So, after ABBA's Voyage album, in the following summer we had a solo project from Björn, a concept album for his circus musical Pippi, which also featured songs from Björn and Benny. And now, 1 year later, it looks like Benny will be back with his very own band, Anderssons Orkester, with a brand new studio album. Hey, so, earlier this year, in April, Benny was already in the studio to record new songs with Anderssons Orkester, BAO. We didn't know how much songs they recorded and how they would be released. Now it looks like we are getting a new full-length album. Over on Ice the Side, Benny was interviewed and said, "I have 5 more songs, well, 5.5 ready for the band when we start recording again at the end of the month." When asked if the idea is to release an album from these and the early recordings, Benny confirmed that is indeed the intention. If all goes well, the album release will most likely be sometime in the autumn. This would be the first album with BAO since 2016. In 2019, Benny put together a compilation of their greatest hits together with 2 new songs. And just recently, we actually got a live version of ABBA's One Man, One Woman performed by Anderssons Orkester from their most recent tour in 2019. Now, he also talked about the possibility to go on tour again, and for the very first time, that actually seems to be less likely. There comes a time when traveling 4 or 5 hours following a 4-hour concert in order to reach the next venue is no longer quite as much fun as it used to be, so we have decided not to do tours again. You know, more and more we realize the inevitable. It just so happens that this week we lost Tina Turner. A legend has passed away. And those who live give us all the signs for what's to come. Just these days, Paul Simon has released a brand new studio album. After Benny Andersson, Paul Simon is one of my absolute favorite songwriters. He is now 81 years old. Promoting his new album, he constantly talks about the impending end of his generation, how he recently lost his hearing, and how fragility begins. The album itself is a meditation of mortality and spirituality. Paul Simon actually quit touring in 2018, and even Paul McCartney has drastically reduced his touring in recent years. His most recent tour from last summer only had 16 concerts in 2 legs. ABBA themselves announced their most recent album Voyage as their final one, right away before it was even released. Like Paul Simon, they talked about fragilities during interviews and how age really sets in now.
Depends how long we stay alive.
Oh, you say?
If we are lucky.
It just shows how we are witnessing, well, the final ways of our greatest heroes in life. Now I killed the mood, didn't I? But more than that, it should demonstrate how every little thing that our heroes put out is so vital, so significant and exciting. And with the prospect of a new album from Benny, he also gave hope for a little more concerts. Again, like Paul Simon, who quit touring, but who also gave the prospect of doing the odd one-off concert here and there, maybe for charity, Benny won't quit concerts with his orchestra altogether. We do still plan to play live, so future concerts, if not tours, are not out of the question. We still all really enjoy the connection with a live audience. So again, don't consider this an announcement please, but if all goes well, a new album from Anderssons Orkester will possibly be out by the autumn of 2023. And it will be the next in a series of music releases ever since ABBA came back with Voyage. Are you looking forward to new music from Benny for his band? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, until then, hey do!